Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
We saw you train earlier and start the positives Riccardo Calafiori and Ethan Wanyeri back with the group.
Very positive news. Obviously, we missed them for a few weeks and they return today for training, so they will be available for the game.
And there's still no William Saliba. Are you able to give us an update on his condition and how long he potentially may be out for?
No, I think he's evolving well. The last few days he was feeling much better already, but this game comes a little bit too early for him.
And we heard when you were taking the players through their warm-up, we heard you playing music and the players laughing and joking. Is that something you do regularly, and what's the thinking behind that?
It's something we've done for many years now, and it's part of training. We use music as...
Big news coming from Mikel Arteta's latest press conference as Arsenal faces a crucial stretch in the season. With Bukayo Saka's injury situation ongoing, fans are eager for updates. Plus, what's the latest on William Saliba's recovery and Riccardo Calafiori's return to the squad? In today's video, we'll break down everything Arteta had to say about these key injuries and what it means for Arsenal's push for the title. Stay tuned as we discuss the latest injury updates and what lies ahead for the Gunners. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has provided key injury updates ahead of the club's crucial Champions League clash against Dinamo Zagreb. One of the biggest concerns remains William Saliba, who is still recovering from a hamstring injury. While the French defender is making good progress, Arteta confirmed that the game against Zagreb comes too soon for his return. The manager hinted that Saliba could be back in time for Arsenal's upcoming Premier League fixture, but he won't be available for selection on Wednesday night. On a more positive note, Riccardo Calafiori and Ethan Wanyeri have both returned to training and will be available for the match. Arteta described their return as very positive news, highlighting how their presence will strengthen the squad at a crucial stage in the season. Having additional options will be vital as Arsenal look to secure a win and avoid slipping into the Champions League knockout round playoffs. With 13 points from 6 matches, Arsenal currently sit third in the standings. However, the competition remains extremely tight, with just 2 points separating them from 14th placed Juventus. This means that securing a win against Dinamo Zagreb is critical. A victory would allow Arsenal to progress directly to the next round, avoiding the added pressure of a knockout playoff match. Despite the injury setbacks, Arteta will be hoping his squad can rise to the occasion and deliver a strong performance. It's now been 8 games without Saka, and Arsenal have certainly felt his absence. His ability to stretch defenses, his quick link-up play with Odegaard, and his knack for scoring at crucial moments have all been missed. Arteta recently provided an update, reassuring fans that the recovery process is going well, but making it clear that there won't be a sudden return. Speaking via Arsenal.com, he stated, "No, that's not going to change. It's within the process and the time that we had. That phase has gone now. He's doing really well. He's feeling better day by day, but we have to respect the healing process, and then he has a lot of stages to go through in his rehab. In simple terms, patience is key. Hamstring injuries are tricky, and any rush back could risk aggravating the issue. Arsenal have learned from past mistakes with injuries, and this time, they're taking no chances. Realistically, we're looking at another 5 to 6 weeks before he's back in action. That means Arsenal have to find solutions, and fast. Saka's injury isn't an isolated problem. Arsenal have been battling an injury crisis, and it's affecting their performances. Gabriel Jesus has been in and out of the squad due to persistent fitness issues, disrupting the attacking fluidity Arteta strives for. Jesus, when fit, brings a level of unpredictability and work rate that keeps defenders on edge, but his inability to stay consistently available is a growing concern. Then there's Ethan Wanyeri. The young talent was starting to gain momentum, getting valuable minutes, and developing under Arteta's guidance. But just as he was finding his rhythm, a setback derailed his progress. Arteta acknowledged the frustration, saying, yes, it was a big setback because he was getting some consistency and more minutes. Then suddenly this happens. However, not all news is bad. There's a silver lining with Riccardo Calafiori making his return. The Italian defender has been a revelation, bringing composure and versatility to the backline. With him back in the squad, Arsenal regain some much-needed depth in defense, something they'll need as the fixtures pile up. But let's be real. While defensive reinforcements are great, the real issue lies in attack. Arsenal are missing a spark up front, and with Saka out, it's evident they need more firepower. That brings us to the transfer market. The January transfer window is open, and Arsenal fans are eager to see how the club reacts to Saka's absence. Names are flying around, and the latest reports suggest that Arsenal are eyeing RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko and Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi. Sesko is an intriguing prospect, a physical, clinical forward with a knack for finding the back of the net. His ability to play across the front line could offer Arteta flexibility, especially with Jesus struggling for fitness. Then there's Zubimendi, a deep-lying midfielder known for his intelligence and composure on the ball. While he's not a direct replacement for Saka, he could help solidify the midfield, allowing Arsenal to control games better. But there's a catch: financial fair play. Arsenal can't just splash the cash freely. They'll need to make smart, calculated moves, and that might mean waiting until the summer for major reinforcements. Until then, Arteta will have to get creative with his current squad. So, how does Arteta cope with this crisis? We've already seen some makeshift solutions. Gabriel Martinelli shifting to the right, Kai Havertz being deployed in different roles, and Leandro Trossard stepping in to help. But none of these truly replicate what Saka offers. One possible solution: giving more responsibility to Odegaard and Declan Rice. With Saka out, Arsenal may need to shift their attacking play more centrally, using Odegaard's vision and Rice's energy to create chances from midfield. Another option is relying more on overlapping fullbacks, allowing Ben White or Takahiro Tomiyasu to provide width on the right. And then there's the Champions League. Arsenal face Dinamo Zagreb next, a team that has struggled defensively, conceding 15 goals in just 6 matches. This is a golden opportunity for Arsenal to flex their attacking muscles and build some momentum. A strong performance could be just what the squad needs to regain confidence in Saka's absence. The road ahead won't be easy. Saka's absence is a huge blow, and Arsenal must navigate the coming weeks carefully. Whether through tactical adjustments or strategic moves in the transfer market, every decision will be critical in determining the club's fate this season. But let's not forget, the Gunners are still in a strong position. They have the quality, the depth, and the manager to weather this storm. Now, it's all about execution. What do you think, Gunners? Should Arsenal go all in for a replacement, or can they hold out until Saka returns? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for all the latest updates from Gunner News London. Stay tuned, and as always, come on you Gunners! Arsenal may be preparing for a flurry of last-minute transfer activity, following an important and highly anticipated meeting between manager Mikel Arteta and the club's recruitment team. With the January transfer window quickly coming to a close, the pressure on the club to act swiftly is growing stronger. The next few days will determine whether Arsenal can address key weaknesses in the squad that could otherwise derail their title challenge. Arteta and his team are fully aware that this window is crucial for their ambitions, and while the clock is ticking, there's a sense of urgency surrounding the final stretch of the transfer period. As it stands, Arsenal finds itself in a fierce battle for the Premier League title. Currently sitting in a strong position, their need for reinforcements has become glaringly obvious. The squad, despite its talent, has some gaps that need to be filled if they are to maintain their place at the top of the table and secure silverware this season. Fans have been eagerly waiting for the club to make a big splash in the transfer market, but so far, the window has been surprisingly quiet. Despite high expectations for a busy period, there hasn't been much action. Frustration has started to build among the Arsenal faithful as they wonder why the club hasn't acted sooner, especially with the club's title aspirations on the line. But as the window nears its close, there's now a sense of renewed optimism. With Arteta at the helm, there's hope that last-minute moves could still be made to address the team's most pressing needs. In fact, Arteta himself has been vocal about the urgency of bringing in new players to sustain Arsenal's title challenge. As time runs out, it's clear that the club is now prepared to accelerate its efforts to secure key additions to the squad. Arsenal's recruitment team is working around clock, exploring all available options and making sure that the right players are brought in. Strengthening the squad is essential if Arsenal hopes to remain competitive at the highest level. This isn't just about depth, but about adding quality that can make a real difference in the club's pursuit of the league title. While it's certainly unusual for the club to wait this long to make their moves, the priority now is clear. The deals must be completed quickly to ensure that Arsenal has everything it needs for the second half of the season. The final stretch of the window will be a test of the club's ability to act decisively when it matters most. Supporters are on the edge of their seats, watching closely as the final days of the transfer window unfold. The stakes have never been higher, and the Gunners' ability to compete for silverware could very well hinge on how Arteta and the recruitment team handle these crucial days. The squad has shown flashes of brilliance, but there are clear gaps that need addressing. Failing to strengthen in key areas could seriously jeopardize their chances of winning the title, and that's something no one at the club wants to experience. With the competition so fierce, Arsenal cannot afford to leave their title challenge vulnerable. The window offers the perfect opportunity to add the missing pieces, but only if the right moves are made in time. The clock is ticking, and every moment counts. If the transfer window closes without significant reinforcements, it could be a devastating blow to Arsenal's ambitions for the season. It's not just about missing out on new players, but the potential long-term effects on morale and confidence. The team's chances of lifting silverware this year would take a serious hit if the squad remains the same or fails to add the necessary depth. That's why this final push to secure signings is so crucial. It's one thing to talk about the importance of transfers, but it's another to deliver on those promises. The next few days will be pivotal in determining whether Arsenal can stay in the title race or risk seeing their ambitions slip away. Arteta and his team know the stakes, and they're aware that now, more than ever, words must turn into actions. The upcoming days will be critical in deciding the future direction of the club. The pressure is mounting, and every decision made between now and the close of the transfer window will have a lasting impact. Arsenal fans are hoping that their club will rise to the occasion and make the right moves to secure a successful season. With Arteta at the helm, there's a sense of belief that the squad can overcome any challenges that come their way. But that belief will need to be backed by decisive action, both on and off the pitch. It's all about execution now. Arsenal has the potential to remain one of the strongest teams in Europe, but it's up to the club to ensure that they have the necessary tools to see the season through. Whether they manage to bring in the right players or not will determine whether this season is remembered as one of glory or one of missed opportunities. Fans will be watching closely, hoping that the club seizes this moment, makes the right decisions, and keeps their title challenge alive. For Arsenal, the next few days could define their entire season. The stakes have never been higher, and the outcome is uncertain. But one thing is clear: Arsenal can't afford to wait any longer. It's time to act.